Testing, testing, testing. Yo, it's Ludum Dare 43. I got some other streamers in my side window here, you know, just kind of keeping along till someone pops in. What are we doing? What are we doing? So, what's the theme? Theme is sacrifices must be made. Not my favorite. Not my favorite theme, but let's do it. What do I do for an entry? So it's kind of odd, but I literally just woke up from a nap and I saw that it's Ludum Dare. So coffee's brewing, getting ready. Let me turn on my webcam for this. Let me get my webcam up and going. I want my webcam frame and I want my webcam. Where is lay webcam? I want this one. No. Yeah. All right. That's huge. Why is that so big? Let's drop that down a bit in size. It's huge. Why is that so big? Webcam properties. Sorry about this. I should have done some pre-stream setup. Cool. Now why can't I shrink this? Unlock. Here we go. Hey, there he is. All right, you wanna do a game jam? You wanna join this here game jam, boy? All right, this is not the ideal window size. You know what? Fuck that. Fuck the webcam frame. We're just gonna do it like this. Like here. This is how we're doing it for now. What? Why? You no want to do game jam? But lay why? Lay why no game jam? Alright. Sacrifices must be made. Too tired? You got 72 hours. Go take a nap. I'll start this process. But this is the biggest game jam. Publicity, and Twitch even has a category for Ludum Dare, so you'd be insane to miss out on this. We're gonna whip up some paint.net here. Sacrifices must be made. Sacrifices must be made. Let's see. We need this thing here. Yeah, Ludum Dare is literally the biggest game jam globally, even bigger than the global game jam. No one sued me for anything. No one's contacted me for anything. People saw it. I got new subscribers actually because of that, but I quit vaping 4 days ago, but it's Ludum Dare, so I'm just like, oh shit. The stress. Where's my palette here? What? Did you shout out my thrill? This is what I'm reading. Okay, here's my toolbox panel. I did. Yep, you're in the video. I did mention you. So, let's see here. We got sacrifices must be made. Actually, this seems like kind of a good place for Dungeon Master, honestly. Like, I haven't done diddly for Dungeon Master, but this seems like an ideal fit for that game. But I want to start fresh with something. I want to start fresh. Mod you in Twitch. How do? Where do? I'm currently reading your, posts via my Restream chat box over here. So, I will open Twitch. Now, how do I mod you? Okay. We're doing mod, and then we're doing potate, face, James. Cool. Okay, so now start throwing ideas at me, guy. Sacrifices must be made. Lots of wiggle room there. Yeah, you to mod now. You not see your name pop up there? The little mod icon. Mod. Moderator. Okay. Sacrifices must be made. I'm kind of thinking like something cult related. Something cult related. And I don't have a team, so I will use assets if I feel like it. Sacrifices must be made. Sacrifice a town. That's interesting. Okay, you do that. Let's bring this up on screen here. Got lots of assets. Maybe in a private chat? No, I'm joking. Let's see here. Well, I got a faction system. I could use that for this. Something's telling me tower defense, but I don't really feel like doing that right out the box. I want to think a little bit first. Sacrifices must be made. Thinking like demons or something. Everyone must be sacrificed to the bear. Yeah, no. Dude, let's move away from these Paragon assets real quick. Let's move away from zombies because I don't want to do that right now. Sacrifices must be made. Diablo keeps coming to mind for some reason. I should grab like some background music or something. I should hit up my channel and let them know I'm live streaming. Everyone. Boop. There's that. What do I want to do here? What do I got for assets? This particular thing keeps jumping at me. Sacrifices must be made. How about a game about killing yourself? You run into maybe. Sacrifices must be made. Because I don't have someone to cover any other roles, so... Oh, we got temples. That's interesting. Temples. Sacrifices. Indiana Jones, Lost Ark? Sacrifices must be made. Sacrifices must be made. For some reason, I'm thinking about Cowboys and Indians now. Because I got things for that. How about a game? Yeah, I was thinking about the whole premise of the game is to kill yourself. Like, you could throw yourself at people to blow up. Or you could, like, the more... So your motivation would be to, like, get somewhere to kill yourself, and the more times you do that, like, the more powerful something becomes, or, like, things accumulate. You have to kill yourself to save other people. Throw yourself in front of a bus. That's interesting. Well, let's see here. Could go with a medieval theme. Could go with a western theme, kind of Red Deadish. Could go with like I don't really feel like sci-fi fits very well here. Modern, so just like a regular. Join my Discord's voice chat. I will do such a thing, cause yeah. And what up? What's up?
So,
we got BioBlaze in the stream now. Anyone else who's in the Discord wants to join the chat channel, get famous, join. Pop on in.
what's up, people? What's up?
Hey y'all, what's good?
Yeah, so me and my boys, we decided to do, we have a game jam going on. We got a game going on for Ludum Dare.
Oh yeah?
Actually, if you wanted to join,
What are you doing for your game?
If you want to hear it.
Yeah, what's your theme?
So, we're actually going to be entering into 3 game jams, because there's actually 3 game jams going all at the same time right now.
Okay.
So, we have the big festive jam, which lasts for 16 days, which is the overall jam, right? Which basically makes the game real polished, right? But then you have the mini jam and the Ludum Dare jam. The themes for the mini jam is Western. The limitations it must contain a frog. And then obviously the Ludum Dare thing is that your choice matters, right?
No, the Ludum Dare theme is sacrifices must be made.
Yes, sorry. The big festive theme is zero limitations. Your choices matters, and then sacrifice must be made for the Ludum Dare. So that basically we have is thousands of years in the future, right? Your people wake up out of cryogenic stasis, and AI has brought you back to basically redo Earth. And the idea is where you remember the Oregon Trail?
Yeah.
Remember that game?
Yeah. All right, go on.
Oregon Trail, but in the post-apocalyptic world, and you gotta transverse this. Then it goes, that's called the journey, and then you start the age of recovery, which is to rebuild civilization. Then you start the age of expansion, is to move out. And then it kind of moves the ideas that you go out, cross the wastes, make your new city. Then you find out that underneath the city, underneath the deserts of this broken, ruined world, There's thousands and hundreds of petrified trees that are miles tall. And then from there, you discover a whole new world underneath the dead world that you thought was there. And then you transverse back to where you originally came from, and then you try to rebuild civilization while fending off, basic wild.
Is
So the
this
idea
is this
again
an
comes from,
accomplishable goal for Ludum Dare?
well, if you think about it, it's mostly text based, and then a few basic kind of what is it called? What is it? How should I explain? Do you remember those old style browser based games where you click and level things up?
Yeah.
Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Basically, think of that. Oregon Trail ends with that, and then you go back to doing Oregon Trail shit and back and forth and basically level your town up. The idea is you buy things from the AI with materials and stuff that you gain, and then go back and forth until you've emptied out, that cast of the world to repopulate the earth. So most of it's text-based, a few graphical portions, maybe a little bit of 3D portions for about the interactions between the actual people, like the anything that you're actually interacting with. The rest of it itself is text-based and roll of dice.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the idea, anyways. But basing it off, do you remember Nebraska Valley of the Wind by Studio Ghibli? Or Ghibli, so not Ghibli.
Yes. Hold on.
It's the one where there are these big worm creatures, and then there's a huge forest underneath this destroyed Earth that no one knows about. And
I think so. I need to see the cover. I'll remember the whole story.
it's where the chick's standing on this golden field.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
You've seen that movie?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Okay.
I just have to remember which one is
Yeah,
which.
I love that studio. They make some of the most amazing anime ever.
Yes, they
Okay,
do.
so anyways, the idea is that during the movie you fall through the desert, you fall into this empty area where it's all colorful, right?
Yep.
So that's the idea. That's kind of your journey there to meet your city, and then once you make your city, your journey back, and until you basically empty all of the cultural, scientific equipment, and all of the people who live there. Once you get them all out of the I like to call it the mega city or the safe zone or the safe house, your seed bank. Once you get them all out of there, then you win the game. So the idea is just an accumulation of time. The more you build, the more you can take in, the more you expand, the better you are. Build better buildings, build more of this. Think of it as more like a quick point adventure game combined with a text-based adventure game with a little bit of RPG, dungeon crawl elements and shit. Still all text-based, just using timers and basic functionality. If it works out, and we do good for Ludum Dare, and everything works out properly, we're going to go ahead and use my MMO plugin. I'm just going to go ahead and make a system, wrap it up for the 16 days, and just wrap it up to networking so we can just have everyone connected to one big world.
It's all text-based, though.
That's the cool thing, though. A text-based game is just massive amounts of data. That means that you can add a lot of more focalized information. Like, for instance, you can add interactions with actual characters and give the characters way more detailed description using 3D models, but still have the basic, stance of the game where it's a text-based interface where you're interacting with your world in a text-based environment until, for instance, maybe you enter an abandoned layer, and then it's all of a sudden, dungeon crawl like setup. Things can change because you have the ability. It's all data manipulation at this point. That's the beautiful thing about it. If I give you a seed,
what engine are you working in for this?
Huh?
What are you working in for this?
Unreal Engine, C++, and then I'll probably, if we decide to continue after Ludum Dare,
so for example, you go to menu, start the game, you're fed some text, explanation of things, and then it goes to the way I'm kind of imagining it, the way you described it to me, it's kind of like, you ever seen those anime games where they just kind of have panels where they explain things at you?
Visual novels?
Yeah, like that? Is that what you're trying to do?
I would say, It's hard to say no,
Do
but
you
it's hard
have
to
a
say yes because
game
it doesn't really
image
fit.
that you could compare, like
Let me
show
actually
me?
get you a video. Let me actually get you a video real quick.
Because I would like to see like how this is presented. Because I understand the game idea itself. It's the interface gameplay that I'm trying to like kind of wrap my head around at the moment.
I ain't tripping. I think this is it. Let me see. Okay, that's not it.
Hmm.
Hold on. Sorry. You know how it is when you look, you gotta look for things. It's like,
No, I feel you. Trying to
hey,
think
this
here.
is probably the best one to explain. Just minus the guy's audio, obviously, and in general, I posted the link in general.
You posted it
That's
in
the kind
general.
of like that kind of interface right there. That's the kind of concept. But obviously better because since we do have Unreal Engine, we do have common sense. But we start off simple. We get the game done. It's all data manipulation, and then we polish it. We can polish as much as we want. And then at that point, because 90% of the goal would just be to hook blueprints up and get everything when you load into a menu. Basic journey information. You talk to the AI first, buy a bunch of stuff, and then it leads into the trail, and then all of a sudden it drops into this, build like, your civilization more or less, and then you go back to the ship and slowly start pulling everything off it.
So you sent me a straight up Oregon Trail, right?
Yeah, well, this is the 1998 edition. The original Oregon Trail was a text-based archaic game for the compact computer of the old DOS operating systems. This is before the graphical interfaces and images were able to be used. So this is the
I played
second
that game.
remake of it. This is the one that we all played when we were children, in like sixth grade.
Yeah, and you wanted to get out of classwork.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you played this game, you didn't have to do classwork. I remember that specifically. Yes, it's one of the things. No, because this was sponsored. This was sponsored by the school industry. Those seven or eight games. Grand Theft Auto got sponsored at one time accidentally, and it was installed in every school in the district in the state
How?
of Florida. Don't know how it happened, but every school in the district of Florida, every single school in the school district of Florida had Grand Theft Auto, the original Grand Theft Auto, the one where you're running around shooting people with that little 2D thing from above.
That's
and you had to go
crazy.
No shit, every computer had it.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was a trip. I don't know how they actually got that licensing, but that worked, and it was amazing. It was right next to Oregon Trail, and there was like 3 other games you could play. It was lighter. Why do you always do that? Okay, so basically that's what I do. That's the start of the game, and then it kind of moves to this.
I'm almost imagining like Final Fantasy, like the original way, where it was like that turn-based thing.
Here, this will be a good way to explain it. Let me just take a picture of this. This is you'll remember these old style of games from back in the Facebook era. You know what I mean?
Back in the Facebook era. Oh God.
Back in the Facebook game era, when everybody was absorbing only Facebook games that allowed you to create shit. See that? Basically, you have different buildings. You have a fixed amount of buildings. And each building does a very specific thing. Normally producing units of some sort, or producing product per hour. That's all they provide. Like, well, a few of those provide trading and other such functionality, obviously. But think of it the same exact concept. You have a wall for defense, right? So we do the exact same kind of concept. We do a few images, a few levels. Things don't have to visually change until, like every 10th level. Make everything max out level 40, for instance. You know what I mean? So that's 4 images, or 3 images, 2 images, for instance. Level 100, or level 10, and level 20. And
Would you want to do that as a actual 3D game? Because I could just put a camera floating above a scene and have it actually like live footage of what's going on. You there? Hello? Alright, well, I will wait till he returns. Let's take a peek at what's going on Tim's channel here. Tim. Something about a gnome. Every time I flick back, there's a whole different game idea. Hey, yeah, Supreme Games, what's good? You're coming from YouTube? How's it going? You got any ideas for a Ludum Dare game? The theme is sacrifices must be made. And I am going through my assets here, trying to think of what I could pull together. There are quite a bit of stuff. Pirate stuff. Maybe pirate stuff? Oh, you're in the Discord? That's good. I'm doing alright. Kind of woke up from a nap and I was like, oh shit, it's Ludum Dare. Let's get some coffee going, start doing this. I'm having a hard time thinking of something new. Something that jumps to mind immediately is Dungeon Master, because I was going to do it before, obviously, but now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow, this kind of fits the context fairly well. This pirate thing, first thing I was thinking is like, I don't know, it's like walk the plank type situation. Nah, not really feeling it. This Western stuff, maybe? Not sure. World War II is a little too grabby. Obviously, sacrifices must be made. It's kind of self-explanatory there. This seems a little too grabby, though. Got some even simpler looking assets here. This temples one seems kind of interesting, because Indiana Jones style. There's not a whole lot of... actually, got some nice pre-made scenes here. I'm not sure yet. What I'm doing is trying to decide on what game to make for Ludum Dare Game Jam. I don't know what happened to BioPlays. He kind of popped out of the chat over here, but we have a theme already given to us, and I'm kind of going through my assets to see what I could possibly just whip up. Some of this, I mean, I could make scenes fairly quickly with whatever I have. I would kind of prefer to use something from the Polygon series here, since those retarget a lot easier. Sacrifices must be made. But I kind of want to... I don't know, like, what immediately I would want to do. At first I was thinking, hey, maybe we should do, like, so, I don't know, you start down here somewhere, and then there's, like,
My computer crashed, sorry.
oh, it's all good. There's, like, some sort of pentagram, whatever. You got waves of people coming at you for whatever reason, and your job's to kill yourself on the altar. Something like that. Or sacrifices must be made. I was thinking almost maybe Town of Salem type situation, but not quite. I was also thinking if you guys have ever played Destroy All Humans. I was kind of thinking about that alien style and like just like probe people, their brains pop out. Um, what else? A tower defense maybe, or I didn't get anything like very particular jumping out at me for this. Destroy All Humans was the shit, wasn't it?
I don't know. I never played Destroy All Humans.
Great game. Great two games, actually.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I still have a copy on my desk over here. Can't play it, but...
What specifically did you like about it the most?
Oh, it was crude humor, right? It was phenomenal crude humor.
Okay, I love crude humor. I think everybody here loves crude humor.
It was based in, like, I think the 60s and 70s, essentially, like the hippie time period. Okay. It was a little bit like GTA, a little bit, but more like... So essentially the premise was you are a gray alien, right? The government knows about you, but you try to keep stuff hush-hush. The government's also like, you have so much stuff, let's be friends. And you kind of just like have them wrapped around your finger. You're also the president, but most people don't know that. Because you like morph into like a dude. But it's just like a bunch of wonky ass gameplay. And the story is like slapped together, kind of Conquered Bad Fur Day style. And there's just so many wonky things you can do. Like you have all these alien powers. One of my favorite things that my sister played this game too. One of her favorite things was you could like levitate a person, but then you could just like probe them, and nothing particular happened, but all of a sudden, just like their brain just fell out of their ass. They're just like, and then all of a sudden, literally, their brain just comes like flying out, full diarrhea. It was hilarious. The game was so funny. Seriously, like if you've never seen the game, go look up Destroy All Humans 2. Very good game. Yeah.
Let's see.
Talking about your game though, did you hear my request?
No, I literally crashed.
Okay.
My computer crashed and shit.
So what were
you talking about?
So I was saying the image you provided me here, where it's a static image, I could just have a camera floating up in the sky at a scene. If you wanted to have like an actual 3D world.
True.
These models are simple enough to run in a browser as well.
Honestly, I wasn't even worried about the browser thing. Though everyone seems to like browsers, I understand.
Were you planning on doing it as an EXE?
Yeah, I was just gonna do it as a simple EXE thing.
Oh, that's even better.
This way you don't gotta worry about too much. I mean, I'm being honest, because like it sucks when you're trying, because you have to make certain sacrifices then.
Hey, I got a sub, but what did I do? Why did I get a sub? Also, who subbed me? Because I can't see over here. Let's go to my timeline somewhere. How do I pronounce that? Fazy? Falzy? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thanks, my dude. Thanks for dropping by.
I'm sorry. I gotta do a little something real quick.
Yeah, go do your thing, man.
Sounds.
I'm trying to think of what to do here. So, Falzy, or Fazy, or however you pronounce that. Are you in the chat here still, dude?
I'm sorry, I'm back. Okay. I had to reset my Epic account, because...
All good.
You know how it is. Okay, so what are you going to be doing? You decided to do a game as well, right?
Well, I'm currently looking at my assets, thinking about stuff. Um, to be fair, I would not be able to participate more than just this weekend.
Absolutely.
I have
Too much
ridiculous work
going on.
hours outside
Oh
of
yeah, how
the.
was work going, by the way? How's that going?
I like my job. I like my job.
Sweetness, high five, man. Good
Yeah,
job. At
I
least you found a good place. You know, it's really hard to do.
it's
I ain't being a dick. Find a
it's
good
a
place
good
that you can
temp
enjoy
job.
this.
You know, it's a good job for what I need to do right now. It's
Yeah, but if you
repetitive
do
as
good,
hell.
a lot of temp jobs end up being full time, unfortunately.
Oh, I'll be brought on full time most likely after 3 months, but I probably won't be there more than another 3 months after that.
Oh.
Because all I'm trying to do right now is just like clear all my student loans, stuff like that. Have a nice little chunk of change, get an apartment, or dip out to Texas where Potato is,
What happened?
something like that.
Well, yeah, no, I understand. I can help you if I can. I don't have a lot of assets. That's why I decided to do a text-based game with very minimalistic assets. I'm not even
Are
gonna
you
lie.
looking at my stream right now?
I was looking at your stream, but that's what crashed my computer.
Oh, well, if you go, if
See,
you,
Twitch has this really shitty encode, and it makes Chrome's memory explode, but it also makes my graphics card work hella bad, and then it overheats and just all
okay,
of a sudden.
well, I'm also live streaming on YouTube at the same time.
Okay, now that I didn't know about. Can I have that link if you don't mind, please?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because it doesn't show me that when I click on you, it just took me to Twitch. I'm just gonna let you know.
That's fine. I mean, I dual stream. I stream to Twitch intentionally, and then I just use YouTube to store my stuff.
Where
And
would
then
you post this? Is it supposed to be privately?
I'm gonna it's not private. I mean, if anyone wants to go on my YouTube, you can go there. But
Damn right. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I just think I'm looking for the channels, and there's so many channels.
yeah, I need to get an actual channel like specified URL. I can't until I have a certain number of followers or something. I can't remember how it works. So there's that.
Let me read that on YouTube. No, I'm just gonna read that since we're talking to each other after all.
Yeah, go for it. I've got
But yeah,
my.
no, I can show you the assets I have as well. I have like I don't know if I have as how many you have. I can't see everything that you have.
If you skip to the end, you'll see what I'm doing.
I don't think I have as many as you do, unfortunately. Those are all paid assets, right? You
Paid
probably
and
shit
some of
the
the free ones, but I
yeah.
have all the
You
free
all,
ones, but a lot of these are
all
paid.
in the Twitch off and shit.
Oh
I
yeah.
saw those.
Yeah.
I wrote the best Twitch plugin ever. Fuck all of them. I just can't do them yet. I'm a market because I'm lazy.
I'll help you out if you want. Because this Twitch plugins right here, they don't work. You can't use them. I just can't get rid of them. There's no way to remove them from my library.
I can give you one that has every single function ever created for Twitch.
Sick.
Every function, off the newest API calls and the old ones, because I was crazy.
Cool. Well, I'll need that when I do the game Fight Me. So.
Game Jam. Let's see. Let's see if that's gonna work.
I'm
just making a C++. I'm really just gonna call it Game Jam, because I should have the whole entire main portion of the game, the whole entire like travel portion done in the first 3 hours. The whole Oregon Trail shit should be done in 3 hours. Because then the part I have to work on is the store with the AI, which is going to be really simple, I think, as well. Same thing with the building mechanics. I'm just going to make a few data tables, make a few more fucking e-structs, and just store all the information, throw those in the data tables. And I'll do one for a data table for a player as an empty data table. So if there is no player usage, they don't have any buildings. And then from there, if you don't have a building, you click on the very first building. First building costs this much to make. Once it's made, and then it just goes for level up, and then I have a max level count. I do manipulation factor on each individual level they're associated for production and cost, and then just do simple checks in the data table to see if data table value exists for this trigger function. If it does exist, move on. If it doesn't exist, then don't. It's super simple. I should probably have like 90% of the functionality done in the first 9 to 16 hours. And that's with me fucking around a lot. See,
impressive.
I wanted to do something like 2D or 3D like that, like not 2D but 3D like that. The problem is, I just feel it takes so much time because I'm not a level designer, and
Well, that's the thing. I'm like,
nobody joined the team that was a level designer.
that's
So because
my
of
thing.
that,
I'm like
like what?
strict. I'm straight level design and
You're
like
shitting me.
atmosphere. I do most of that. I do, but I'm
Really?
a generalist. I do everything.
Hmm.
That's why I'm like,
Hmm.
you got someone at your disposal now. You could tweak. Your UI still works entirely as an overlay to an actual
Well,
game world.
that's just the UI for just that portion of the game. Then you have the actual base portion. Okay, so how would we tie in a 3D aspect? Like, let's brainstorm a little here. Because
Well,
also, let me bring you to the group real quick, so everyone can. How do I invite? There it is. Don't, I have sucky naming scheme stuff, so please don't mind
don't
me.
worry about that.
Okay. And then I'll set you as a coder too, because you also code and do level design.
I do everything, modeling,
Basically,
everything.
like, well, I don't do everything. I can't do everything. You're crazy.
I try to do everything on purpose.
Yeah, I can. I'm gonna be honest. I straight focus on what I know I'm good at because I don't like failing.
Failing is the only way to get better.
Okay, so the idea, the idea we have right now is post-apocalyptic world, right? Um, Mutants, berserkers, the zombies, and other things are attacking you. So those goblins that you had back there could definitely be considered mutants. You see what I'm saying? Like they're just mutated, you know. We could do an old school, old fashioned wave based defense. So like you're building your village, right? You're building your town up, right? And as you're building your town up, you get waves of these creatures attacking your town.
So you want to do like a tower defense?
Well, basically that would be that. Like,
Okay. So we're doing. It's essentially like Clash of Clans then, right?
Clash. Yeah, Clash. Is that the one with the little people that you choose? They kind of go over there and try to blow up the building. If you destroy the main base, you win.
I mean, yeah, but you build up your town.
I
it's kind of like Farmville, but also like a tower defense.
It's kind of like a mixture of RTS where you don't get to control where your minions go.
Sure.
You just kind of spawn them and they just go.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. I forgot. I haven't played a mobile phone in I'd say 7 years, 6 years. I don't have mobile devices. I have VR kits. I have shit like that. I don't. Mobile is too particular because the mobile device changes every month. Every month there's a new mobile device.
I want to get the Republic of Gamers phone because I really want to start doing like almost like PSP style games on phones.
You know what? My friend taught me how to homebrew boot the Switch. So I've been like pushing my UE4 games directly into the Switch lately.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I can show you how to. Well, it's technically breaks your terms of service.
That's fine.
But
I
you
need
can
to.
still test your games in the Switch.
Well, that's what I've been looking to get. The reason I haven't bought a Switch is because I've been holding out so I could buy a developer Switch for the sole purpose of being able to make and test games.
I found out how to do a homebrew on it. You don't need to do that anymore. But at the same time, I'm gonna do that before I launch my game because if I launch my game, you know what I mean? They're gonna want to know how you did that. Same. Do you have 4.21 at all or no?
Yeah, I have a custom version too.
Okay, cool. I run C++ build too as well. Okay, dismiss plugins. Okay, so you have the journey, right? The Oregon Trail journey, right? The idea was that you were just going. You were going on this journey, and then after the journey, you decide to make your base. You make your base. So let me think. Do you have anything with buildings, like different RTS style buildings in it by chance?
I can whip up any kind of building you need based on assets I have. Let's just pick a theme. Oh. I have an AI toolkit as well.
Okay. I never used the AI toolkit. I usually just use the built-in AI, and I make my own blackboards and stuff. I can teach how to do that. It's really easy.
Oh, I've done it. This is just a very quick start tool. It works so
Basically,
well.
you just like dropping it in, it's done. You don't gotta worry about it.
Oh yeah, you can instantly do melee
I have the Desert
characters.
Dragon pack too. I have my
Shooters.
Dungeon Architect as well.
Great. I built custom for that.
And I did a few things for that. I like a lot. He did a great job on it. The guy did a wonderful job on it. Do you have UWorks by chance or no? It's the Steam plugin. No.
Right there.
You do? I can't see.
Right there. UWorks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's behind your stuffages. That's why. Okay. Okay.
Is there something on my screen right now?
Yeah, you have your newest followers and basic stuff. Nothing.
Oh right. My overlay. My bad. Let me bring that up here so I can see.
Okay, you take care of that then. Let's see. You have a lot of low poly stuff.
Oh, I love low poly. It's easy to work with.
Do you have it? Okay, well, you have anything to build? Okay. Okay, so the 3D modeler is in England. He won't be up for there 4 hours. 5 hours. So I'm waiting until he wakes up, then I can talk to him.
I have a building system.
What?
I have a player building system.
Let me see. Which one do you have? Is it the black one? I have that one too. Yeah, I have that one too.
It's okay. It's alright.
It's okay. I have all of the variations of that. Like there are like 7 of them on the marketplace. I bought every one of them. I just wanted to see how they did it. That's all.
Are any of them decent?
No, because it's easier just to write your own.
I figured.
I'm just being 100% honest.
I figured. I think I got it on sale like 2 years ago.
What's the war pack? What's the Polygon war pack?
World War II.
World War II.
Yep.
Do you have anything? Okay. I wonder if I can get our modeler to try to do some low poly like metal buildings that match these.
Are you looking for a sci-fi look?
I was looking for futuristic, if possible. Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, do you have any metal walls by chance?
I mean, we could easily just take any of these walls and make them. How about like this, like here?
There's a lot of cars in it, yeah.
Any of these could be metal. I just gotta change the material.
Yeah, just change the texture, then it's done. Yeah, I think if we could use that, maybe we can build out some base buildings. Okay, so the premise of the game is you start off, you're going to be woken up out of an artificial, out of a sleep, right? You're going to be woken up out of this, like, how should I say, what's it, cryogenic sleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
The AI tells you that all humanity's gone, there's no record of why, but that the systems are slowly failing, and we can only support so many people. So you need to venture out and start a new city. So it sends you out and start a new city.
So you wake up in this like town, like for the sake of everything, let's just look at this town that we got here. None of the people are here. Everything's just like barren and like broken and shit, right? Like that. And then you kind of leave the walls and it's just like a wasteland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all the assets we need for that.
Okay, so you leave out there, and then from there, I'm thinking is, okay, this is my brother. He's my roommate also. So like we live together.
Yep.
Robert, you're about as close as you're gonna get.
How you doing?
Daddy.
Hey, bud.
Anyways, Robert meets Starkium. Starkium meet Robert.
What's up?
What's good?
That's all good.
He's writing and just like help me do edits. Come in here, dude. If you want to smoke this.
Nice.
Okay, give me a minute. It's gonna be better for me to be on this computer though than the tablet. Fuck the tablet.
Alright.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go call Freddy Fake.
I dig it. All right. So I guess I'll start like throwing some stuff together.
Do you have any wastelands, like empty waste?
I can take a bunch of all of these packs and like cherry pick what I need from them.
Okay. Do you have GitLab?
GitLab? I don't.
GitLab.
I don't think I do.
Can you go register an account if you don't mind? And like give me your email, and then I'm gonna add you.
What's the difference between GitLab and GitHub?
free private repositories.
What? Since when?
Since ever.
Why the fuck am I paying for plastic?
Because no one tells anybody, because everyone's all secret about everything.
That's true. Why though? GitLab register. Sign in with GitHub. Sign in with Bitbucket. Oh no. Oh fuck. The choices. Sign in with GitHub.
Give me your email after you made an account if you don't mind. Or yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close this down.
Okay. Joined. It's just at Starkium.
Give me 1 second. I'm actually gonna upload my project right now to.
And then I'll start.
I made a blank project. I'm gonna add you as a developer, and
Right.
then this way you can make your own branch, and then we'll just merge. Like I'll make my own branch. We'll just merge our shit as we have it.
Sure. Do you want me to just start going to town on like levels or?
Well, first let's figure out a few things. Okay, so let me get this set up first, and then get you added, and then once that's there, then let's work on like what exactly we're gonna do. Because like I said, we have the. There it is. Okay, 1 second. Where is it? What? Okay, 1 second. Just let me finish what I'm doing. Jam. That was so stupid. You know how it is when you have different URLs?
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Use this as the main branch. Initial push. All. There we go. It's having one of those days. Okay, so anyways, in the Oregon Trail, we had those parts where you actually saw your caravan moving across, right?
Yep.
So what if we made like a piece of ground and scenery, and it was just like parallax style, that the ground looks like it's infinitely moving, so we just replace like 2 or 3 tiles over and over again, often like far away on a separate screen, just displayed on a texture more or less, and this way it looks like, you know, your vehicle, you know, your caravan is moving extremely fast or extremely slow. And that could be the first effect using 3D, and then from that we move forward.
Sure.
Oh, it's still open. There we go. So, watching let's see. Metagame now. What was I saying? Sorry. And then it's Starkium, right?
Yep.
No, I don't see you. I don't see you exist. Starkium?
Should I look for you?
Aaron Benjamin?
Yeah, that'd be me.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Well, it didn't. It doesn't actually show. It doesn't show Starkium. It shows Aaron Benjamin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Added you. Okay. And now I'm making the push. The project's empty, so give me a minute. And then you can basic C++ project 21.0 right now.
Wolfpack Manor?
Yeah, that'd be it. Let's see. For assets, I'll show what assets that I have.
It's telling me I need to, like, set up its passwords and shit. I don't know what's going on here.
Well, do you have a key to access Git or anything like that?
It's telling me I won't be able to push project code via SSH until I add SSH key to my profile, and then I can't push via HTTPS until I set a password on my account, which makes no sense because I have one.
Well, you logged in with GitHub, huh?
Yeah,
Or
I logged in with GitHub.
So you don't have a password then? You never created one. That's the reason why. You just set a password on your account. Just set a password up on your account. That's it. Done. And then if you want to be able to access it via like for instance like Tortoise Git or the Git Git like the actual Git utility, you're gonna have to install an SSH key. Have you made an SSH key before?
Hold on a second.
No problem. Oh, so I might have you call me privately so I can share my screen and show you my assets. I don't have as many as you do. I'll be honest.
That's fine. I'm kind of a whore when it comes to marketplace assets.
No, I used to buy a shit ton on Unity up until they banned me. So I don't. So yeah, I don't have as many as I used to have. Why does everybody use that as the ringtone? It's the second time I've heard that. I've heard the one from freaking Back to the Future. You have it? He has it as his ringtone too?
Who?
It's your text. I don't know why.
Who has it?
Was that you? Is it your room? Do you have your voice on? I heard it in your room. Yeah, that was yours. That was yours. Never mind. That was my roommate's. He left his mic on, so I heard his phone go off, and you heard the Back to the Future sound. I was like, I thought it was you for a second.
Where do I even set up a password here? It's not letting me do that.
Settings security.
Alright, let's just do the SSH key right now. Alright, I'm going over to DMs real quick.
Okay. Sorry. Damn, I'll call you. need to make a level design roll for you. Okay, added to the group. Okay, so an SSH, you have PuTTY installed.
I'm just doing it through terminal. I'm through regular CMD.
Yeah, just make a normal key. I usually just do it through PuTTY.
Enter a
PuTTY
file.
Suite, it's PageInit. Yeah, which you go to PageInit, or not PageInit, but PuTTyGen, and then just create a normal SSH key, and then copy what was in the window there and paste that into there. Done. That's it. And what you do is you open PageInit and select the key, right, that you open and type the password that you set, and then from then on, anytime you make a push with Git or Git Tortoise, it'll automatically use PageInit and send the key dynamically. You won't have to type your password every time you make a push. And you also don't have anyone else knowing your password. Should obviously. Sorry. Okay, making the push now. It's going pretty decent. So what I'm gonna do for the start of the client, I'm gonna have a main screen fade in, fade out system working, which is gonna show the starting screen, which is gonna show Ludum Dare, Mini Jam, and then the big festive jam, and then it'll show working with Unreal Engine and any other technologies we wanna say thanks to, obviously, and then load into the actual main menu. The main menu will consist of a start menu, start game menu, load game or play game, continue game menu, which will, upon clicking on, will give you your save game options in a separate menu.
I just realized I just generated my key on live stream. Fuck me, dude.
Jesus Christ, are you fucking with me?
Let's do a new one.
Oh, no.
I was like, wait a minute, this is in the window. It's being fucking streamed.
That is how more people get hacked.
It's all good. I haven't used
He
it
did
for
his
anything.
security key directly on the screen. Nah, he's already gone. He moved off to the other screen now. He has two screens like me.
Overwrite. Yes. Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Now that I
Yeah,
think about
thanks,
it, though, I
that's
have
a
done this
security
type of thing before.
It's okay. It's okay. It's a security fail. Everyone does it once in a while. I remember someone typed their social security number and their address on live stream as they were buying a package. Because someone paid them money via live stream, so they didn't realize they were doing it on the thing, and they typed their social security number and everything because it was China. It was pretty bad. Well, I don't know if it's a social security number there, but you know, it's the identification number. It's a social security number.
God fucking damn it, it keeps opening it up on the main screen. Damn it, Windows. Anyone could.
You don't get to decide these things.
Damn it. I will regen again. Third time.
You do it right.
But I don't know how to not make it open on the main window.
What are you using to open it? What are you using?
I'm just opening it with, like, fucking text.
That's the reason why I use PuTTy. It all does it all in that one window. You don't have to do shit.
Does it let me refresh? No? Alright, let's open it with Visual Studio. Let's do that. Excessive, but let's do it.
And then it opens to the wrong screen. No!
I'm just opening Visual Studio, like, blank, putting it onto the screen I need, and then opening the file from there.
Hold tomato, what's that?
Okay, file. Open.
I don't know. some clippers for someone's nipple. Where'd he go? He owes me some marijuana.
Okay, here we go. I got it all. All right.
Motherfucker. Come here, look at this. That's what he had. That's mine. That's what he had. Jesus Christ. That's why he ran away. I have the worst upload speed in the universe. You can thank being on a cellular modem. That cost me $150 goddamn dollars.
Okay, I got a key there. That's good.
Okay, you all set up now?
Password. Here we go. Why does it have a separate section just for password? How retarded is that?
Because they want people to understand security. Like, nah, bro, you're gonna get hurt. Security.
Why can't my password just be saved? I mean, under my regular profile settings.
Because it's a security setting. And because the developers are
Did
making
it log me out? What the fuck? Sign in. Stop opening shit on the main screen, god damn it. Okay, now I'm in. Alright. Now I want to pull. Can I pull yet?
I'm still pushing. I really have shit in it. I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine. Yo, you know what pisses me off? I pay for like 250 up and down, and I'm not even getting like 80.
Bro, I pay $150 a month for 5 megabyte up and 5 megabyte down on a cellular modem.
Why?
Because I live in bumfuck nowhere.
Where's bumfuck nowhere?
I'm not even gonna. Clovis, California.
You live in California. How can you have bad internet?
You would think that,
I've been
right?
to California.
Bro, it's not like it. I mean, okay. California's big. There's a lot of space
My
in
job was to
California.
travel all of California for a year.
Some of the places in California don't even got DSL.
Weird.
Yeah, I have DSL on one, and that I literally just couldn't do anything, so I had to go buy a cellular modem, and then it cost me $150 a month for unlimited because those data caps. I hit 100 megabytes and 100 gigabytes, it shuts off instantly. I can't hear that now. So yeah.
Yeah, Striker Zero in here.
That would be my brother.
Figured. I love how I got one person on the stream and that's me.
I mean, I'm watching you.
Oh
on
no, maybe
YouTube,
that's
bro.
you. Maybe that's you. Oh yeah, it's coming from YouTube. That's you.
Yeah, I got your back, man.
Nice.
One love.
I need more people in the Twitch stream. I need to get my average Twitch views or Twitch viewers up so I can go affiliate.
You want me to help you go affiliate? I only gotta make like one announcement to my community. Say like, hey, you're helping you develop some shit for Pokeworld, and you'll have like about 75 streamers for the next like 5 hours.
Do it. Do it up.
Yeah.
I'm already having enough
Yeah, but-
followers. I just need to have like the average views.
No, I'm talking about viewers, just watching, just stare.
Yeah, dude. I'm sure Nerd Vision would join in too. Find Nerd Vision.
I don't know
Let me
who Nerd
see
Vision
that.
is. I don't know who Nerd Vision is exactly.
Well, Nerd Vision like added 100 members to my Discord in like an hour.
Nice.
Not even. I think my phone wouldn't stop blowing up.
Okay, about a quarter way there now. It'll be done, and then I'm gonna start. Like, I'm gonna get the whole main menu. I'll get the whole starting menu set up. I'll get the level set up for that.
Thanks. I'm on camera too.
What we'll do, what I'm thinking of anyways, is basic data tables, right, with constructs for very direct and generic information associated with what we're doing. So I'll do a purchase menu for the AI, and then I'll do a select menu for the cities and stuff. I guess the whole ride trip thing, what do we want to do in the terms of like the Oregon Trail? You broke your fucking leg. You ran out of food. You were gonna starve to death. You had to go and hunt. People fell and hurt themselves. People got sick. You had to rest. Like there was stuff like that, and you know what I mean. Like, how are we gonna tackle that? Am I gonna use the same kind of system? Is there gonna be a 3D effect? Is the caravan that's moving in that little 3D spatial window, is all of a sudden gonna explode? Do we show weather effects? You know, because we were talking about weather at one point. Here, I'm giving you this link privately. This is basically what we were just kind of writing up, a general view of things, so to speak. Where are you? There you are. Message. Okay, I PM'd that to you. That's pretty much what we're writing up. This is a general overview. Some races, an idea of like the idea of like the game itself is like a Mad Max Judge Dredd equilibrium like setting, right? And then I was like, well, Nevasket's Valley of the Wind. That was really good inspiration. It was complete, nothingness. And then you fell down underneath this world, and it was a brilliant, vibrant, living, world that was separate from this dead wasteland. You know what I mean? I really feel that right there itself, you have this really, truly like feel. And then you find out this rich, vibrant area still exists, and the world is still evolved past you. It makes you feel like a sense of wow. And at the same time, you're conquering this, which makes you feel a sense of accomplishment. And that accomplishment then is threatened, which makes you feel, obviously competition at that point. And that competition will drive you to win the game. And that's kind of how I'm feeling the emotional aspect of the setting. And that emotional aspect should iterate in the game mechanics if possible. So like I'm trying to figure out like visually how we should tackle the things that happen. You know what I mean? Like obviously we're looking at like some kind of wave-based something where it's attacking the buildings and the structure, your base. Are we doing this base kind of like StarCraft style? Like where you build the walls and shit, and then you just keep expanding until it's huge? Is that what we're doing? Or are we doing something along the lines of you get a pre-built, building, like a pre-built thing, and then there's just a bunch of empty spaces that you buy a building, the building just appears?
Do you want it to be in a set area?
I have no idea, because obviously you're doing the level design, and I want input. I would love to have some conversation. This seems like this is beyond my knowledge. I'm a programmer.
My screen right now?
I pulled it up just now. Okay, I'm watching.
Okay, so for the sake of Oregon Trail, I'll just keep things in context of Oregon Trail.
Okay, for the main start, the Oregon Trail part is the main start of the game, and then it goes to the base building is the ending aspect, more or less.
Well, I'll walk through what I'm thinking here.
Go ahead. Hold on. Hey, I'm gonna give me 1 second. Let me fix my audio real quick. Okay, go ahead.
So essentially, Oregon Trail, right? You had your cart. You were talking about like a side-scrolling parallax thing here. Let me bring up another layer here. You were talking about having like a background image behind your cart, like so, with the scrolls. We don't actually need to do that.
Okay, so I'm watching.
So for this cart here, we can have everything, run via a scene component. You could have a camera actor that's actually just facing the side of the cart right here. We could.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't even need to be I can make an entire open world like that, like no sweat. If you wanted to just kind of like go through the world, we could do that.
I think the open world part should be later. I think this should be a representation of just the cart moving. Think of it as like this old school misconception. We're basically doing a throwback, but at the same time, we're misdirecting. We're making them think this game is this, when we're really doing this. So we show this like, oh, we just show this look like parallax background, or basically just this endless. It looks like endless terrain, and maybe there's some changes in the background slightly, or maybe the ground changes. We show this fake, like, transition. Well, they're going to assume the game's like that. Wouldn't you assume if you're playing the game for the first few minutes, it's like that, and all of a sudden it changes? That would throw you off a great deal, correct?
Sure.
And that's kind of what I was thinking. That throw off can be the transition where it separates, because it goes from this very simple, oh, okay, where it doesn't have a lot of interaction, so all of a sudden you're, what the hell? You're being invaded by these random things that are raiding your base. But the same exact thing you're doing, we use that same concept to generate a snap, open world. That open world is for that stage, and we just show a small cutout, Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. We just do a bunch of scenes like that. Yeah, and then we just kind of like move the first one last, the last
So
one,
we
and
can
then just kind
have
of cycle them.
what we can do. We can leave our actor here stationary. We just have the wheel spin. We actually just have 3 tiles. We have the one that you're currently on, the one you're going to, the one that you're coming from. And so when you're in this one picks a random set of assets we have, and everything's moving this way, this is moving this way. Once you get into this one, this becomes this one. Obviously this one deloads, and then it picks like a new set of random assets and just scrolls along. So it could actually be a 3D background, and it works in the same parallax method.
Me and you are at 100% the exact same mindset. That's exactly my thought process.
Easily enough though, we don't have to do anything with the skybox, because I just have a skybox. So we can just make it easy with like some basic static meshes.
Yeah, also, I'm going to assume we're never going to actually look at the sky. And the reason why I'm going to assume this is because that we're going to have our camera facing down towards the ground for this to work properly, for the end game, for the actual... Well, yeah, obviously, because this right here is going to be sideways, right? This is just going to show the background, the sky, right? And then what will happen is when we go to the portion where there's just the base, and you're looking at the base, you're going to be looking down above the base downwards. You're never going to see the sky from that point. So the skybox is literally only going to be utilized in this shot, nothing else. You can do whatever you want with that skybox, but that light, that will persist on the level, because we'll use the same light, so that the same setup that you utilize, so that the light and everything looks the same for everything as well.
I'll show you some interesting things with level streaming that you'll like.
I'm down.
Because we can have the entire game run out of one empty level that loads in and out specific levels.
Oh yeah, no. I've done open world. I've done a few open worlds like that, but they never panned out, because you know how it is when people like try to do stuff and they're like, I can't get this to work because you didn't have the right level selected, and they freak out. Huh? Pencils? Did you eat the box? Then yeah, they're all gone. If you say I don't know, that means you finished them. I got pizza balls. No, you're not. Cheese balls. What are the cheese balls? Wait, you just finished them?
You guys like my Japanese chill step selection here?
Hell yeah, dude. Oh, it's finished uploading, by the way.
Okay, sick. So how do I, what interface am I using to pull here?
Just normal Git.
Alright. Can I use source tree?
I've never used source tree as long as the interface.
I mean, it let me log in with Bitbucket, so.
Well, then I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never been asked that question, so I don't have the answer for you.
Create new branch? Is that what I should be doing here?
Yeah, you want to create a new branch? Call it Starkium. I'm gonna call mine BioBlaze. Okay, and then we'll merge it with the main branch, and then we'll merge our branches together based on that. Because because I'm seemingly I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the UI work, the main starting in the game, getting everything set up so I can start doing the gameplay. And you're going to be looking at setting up this portion. I'm assuming this is what you're going to aim for. Is this like level streaming, level like layout, and then we're going to go ahead once I get the Oregon Trail like set and finished. We're going to go ahead and meet on the building portion.
It only gives me the options for zips and Linux files.
Hello?
Hello?
Someone join?
Hey, Everett. Oh, there
And he left.
Hey,
And he joined.
welcome back.
Ah! He attacked!
So, I don't see where I can download this.
Okay, so open the web page up for it.
Is there a web
and then
ID?
it should. Yeah, it just go to the here. Let me give you the link. Just let me give you the link.
New directory, new file.
So here's the link, right? And then right there,
I already created a new branch. I'm just looking for like, where do I?
just copy the SSH link, right?
Yeah.
And then just go use your Git and just pull the repo.
Let's see if I can. Let's see if Bitbucket works or Source Tree works.
Okay.
Because Source Tree is it's like similar.
Also, if you want to introduce yourself in the Game Jam server so everyone knows who you are.
Yep, will do.
Basically, I had
One
everyone
moment.
know, sorry.
Okay, I need a new.
Alright.
Oops.
I'm also gonna set the settings for the project, by the way. What are we gonna call the game? We're gonna call it Game Jam. Game Jam game. Or
Not valid.
Age of Recovery.
GitHub desktop.
I won't do that just yet. Packaging. I'm only gonna be planning to support Windows, Mac, and Linux. Okay.
Sure. I usually don't even bother with Mac.
If I can find someone with a Mac, they can compile it for me. Basically, is how I do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. That's all. I'm just being honest.
No, it's fine. I mean, I just like. I usually never bother because like nothing can run properly on a Mac.
Sometimes.
At least nothing that I work on, you know, like specifically VR. Like, what's the point?
Oh yeah, VR doesn't work. I'm not gonna argue with you. You're 100% right. There's no qualms with what you're saying. I can't. Let's just be honest here. Let's be honest here. That shit.
Create repository.
Let's see. Have plugins.
No, I want a clone repository. Ah, shit.
Yeah, I don't have the Magic Leap headset, so I'm not enabling it or anything like that.
Shit. I don't work in GitHub natively very often.
I love that song. The Anaconda song is awesome. Is that the one with teaching about the actual anaconda, or is that the one that made the real song?
I think it's a real song.
Okay.
Stark, I'm wondering why on the side of your screen it says my whole name.
It's what?
Look where it says Nerd Vision.
Yep.
On the stream.
Yep.
And you see the one above it?
Where?
Look, do you see where it says Nerd Vision paid
Everett
$5?
Chambers. Yeah, no, it's because you donated on Patreon. It's because you're the top donator.
Yeah, just I should probably change that name.
Everett Chambers?
Yeah, that's my actual name.
That's the name you registered as on Patreon. I can't change that.
I just didn't think that it was put the actual name. I should have changed it to my in-game name.
I think you can edit it in your Patreon. It should just update.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking.
Probably.
The guitar in the background. It's not a real guitar.
I still call it dibs on it.
It's literally fake as fuck, dude.
It's mine now. As well as your house. Mine now.
Look at this.
Yeah, you just stole your shit.
It's not a guitar. I have an actual guitar over here.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Are you talking about this one? Right here?
Yeah, that too.
What about this one?
All of it. It's mine now.
Yeah, look at that. Just stole your shit, bro.
It's funny because I don't really play guitar.
Serious? Then why do you have it?
16th birthday present.
Nice.
I plan on picking it up.
Yeah, he doesn't know why, but he has it.
I do play trumpet though.
It does say my. Shit, I probably shouldn't have put that.
Anyway, back to this. I cannot find the repository.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Can you hear
ma'am,
the
we can hear you.
music?
What's up?
Yes,
hear the
ma'am, we
music?
can.
Your music?
Yeah, they can. They can hear your funky ass music.
Me?
They've been hearing your shitty ass playlist this entire time.
Oh, I've been playing some
Infecting
shit
their
on,
fucking
on
ears.
YouTube.
You're foul, Freddy. Get the fuck out.
Didn't know what
Get
to
the
say.
fuck out.
I can't find his music, my music.
I'm sorry. This is too easy.
What's good? I don't know what's up.
You're horrible.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, change my name. Alright, cool. It
I
updated.
don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. I was just listening to the background noise.
Yeah,
Background
right?
music.
Let's see. Where do I fucking find this?
I'm just trolling people. Hold up. Give me a minute.
Is this where I would do this? No. Okay. Close the Visual Studio. I don't need to see this anymore. Too much shit going on. Yeah, too much.
Stark, how fast do you type? How many words per minute?
I don't know. Enough.
No.
Enough to get the job done.
Yeah, for Unreal Engine, the system requirements is at least in the NVIDIA GeForce 470 GTX or AMD Radeon 6870 HD series.
Yeah, dude. Definitely needed.
I definitely have none of that.
I would recommend picking that up if you plan on doing any work with it.
Yeah. Probably. I totally downloaded it and did not look at the requirements. I know I can run Blender and Maya.
Blender can run on a toaster.
Oh, probably my friend's laptop can run it. He can't even play Minecraft.
I mean, Blender's strictly CPU anyway, but... Yo, the fuck? I can't download this shit.
Download what?
Go download Tortoise Git.
Tortoise Git?
Yeah, you're trying to use Subversion. That's a different kind of system.
No, I'm
That's
trying to
not
use
Git.
straight up Git desktop.
Okay, that you should have problems. Just pull it.
There's
Yeah.
no way to find it. It's not
Get
showing
the
up in my,
URL.
like, No, I am. It's just not
I
there.
gave you the URL.
What do you
Yeah,
see?
You need the SSH URL
Here, I'll just try to.
for recording.
Or just get.
Ludum Dare.
Do. Oh man, this is. Is this not a GUI?
It's a GUI, I believe.
I know what a GUI is. I said a GUI on purpose.
No, I said GUI because I answered your question.
So it is a GUI. Okay.
It is GUI.
The simplicity
It's an
of the
attachment-
website
it's
threw
an
me
attachment.
off for a minute.
Yeah, it's
should-
it's an attachment to your Windows.
Okay, well,
your
so
Windows version.
Putty or OpenSSH?
I use Putty. This way I can have PageNet, so I can just have all my stuff stored. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Go download the Putty suite. Download Putty. Let's see. Game. Let's see.
Oh, hey, by the way, guess who started reading books again? This kid. You know what I'm
You
reading?
serious?
I'm reading Armada.
What type of series do you like?
Well, I like fantasy usually, but after I read Ready Player One and
Have
I
you
was
read-
severely disappointed by the movie, I was at the food store yesterday and I just happened to notice that they had not really the sequel, but the same author's work on a shelf at the food store. I was like, well, shit, if it's out at the food store, I might as well pick it up.
Have you read Beyblade?
Did you just say Beyblade?
Fablehaven.
I have no idea what he said.
I don't know what he's saying either, because I heard Beyblade and I was like, damn,
I
that's
heard
been
Beyblade.
years.
I said it in general.
I can still hear his music. Wait.
Is it this? Should I just leave everything as defaults?
What? Talking to me?
Yeah. I'm doing it.
Yeah, leave everything as default. Like right now, I'm doing the loading screens right now.
This isn't the Japanese chill step I wanted, though. Where's the other chills? That mix. Is this it?
There we go. That is much better quality.
Oh yeah, yeah, here we go.
Oh, there it goes. It goes good.
Work this time?
I don't know, it didn't open anything, so I'm just gonna go tortoise.
Okay, so what you want to do is
What I want to do is a shell
go
extension.
find a folder.
Okay.
Go find a folder like this. Right click on the folder, and it should say create. Git clone.
So it's not a GUI.
Right? It is the GUI. Just right click and it should show you git clone. It's built into the Windows system. So
Anything else?
you should just clone the git clone. Copy the URL. Here's the SSH URL. And you can give it to you private.
Does not exist.
Here's the SSH. Here's the HTTP one here.
Lay on this in the movie.
There you go. Copy that. You should be able to clone that.
Well, I made a branch.
You still gotta clone. You still gotta clone the main one.
No supported authentication methods.
Okay, so you're gonna have to go. 1 second. Just 1 second.
I'm here.
Public key.
Okay.
What happened? Did he drop out?
Here, download that. Okay, it'll be. Well, I don't know if you want the 64 or 30-bit or 2-bit.
Always 64.
Okay, download that.
Never 32-bit.
That's the one with the whole package, right? And then what you want to do is you want to open up page unit. Once it's installed, you can open up page unit. And then from there you want to load your SSH key that you open. It'll ask for password. Password. And then from there you can use, automatically download it.
Hey kids, this is a good way to get hacked.
I literally taught you something.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
You're just so mean to me. I did nothing today. I just want to be stoned and code.
I just want to be stoned
really
and work
are.
on level design.
Oh yeah.
Prototype characters, that's Freddy.
Okay, so
Okay, wait.
Folder.
Alright, so it all finished downloading and shit. What now?
okay, so you cloned it.
No. The link you just sent me finished downloading. What do I do now?
Okay, so install the installer.
Did?
Okay, install putty. So go type pagenet. Fuck me.
Pageant?
So I have-
Pageant.
There you go, pageant.
Pageant.
Fucking
Page. I give me a break. It's pageant.
Learn to read.
Pageant. Fuck you guys.
It's already running.
Okay, double click on it. Go to your it's in your process. It's like in your little bottom right hand corner.
Yeah.
Go double click on it, open it.
Add key.
Find your SSH key that you created and put on GitHub and type password.
Oh fuck, what? Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Oh shit.
Ah, god damn it. Does it have to be in that
my-
format?
What do you mean that format?
It's looking for a .ppk, which I don't have.
Okay, so what you want to do for okay, I'll teach you how to do this. So go ahead and open up PuttyGen. Go open up PuttyGen. Okay. And then you want to load up your SSH key that you created into PuttyGen.
Are we going to use any of these assets?
I don't know, whatever he decides to use, because he's doing the 3D portions. You want to load up your putty, your key into that, and then you want to save out your PPK. Okay. And then once you save out your PPK, you load that shit into PageNet, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, I can't load that either.
Yeah, you can. So what you want to do is with PuttyGen open, go to key at the top. Import key into conversions. See where it says conversions at the top? It says import key. See that? You want to import your key through there. And then it'll ask for your password most likely. Because you probably have one.
Could not load private key, unrecognized cipher name.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to properly make a fucking keys. You don't have to worry about it. Go to File. Okay, at the top.
Goddamn.
You see a blank screen, right? It says no key loaded, right? Click Generate. Just click Generate, and then wait till it loads, right? Okay. Then copy the key that's in that box once it loads, and load that into GitLab. And then save out the private and public key for yourself separately. This is how real Windows folk make keys.
No, they do it in CMD.
No one does it in CMD anymore. Only people. in
I
Linux, and
do.
I'm not
That's
Linux
how
right
I got my website up and running, so fuck you.
I do run a hosting company. I can website
we're gonna have to
too.
talk about that. We're gonna have to talk about that. I got things I need from companies like that.
I just make things my automation on creating a server and a website. Like,
You ever seen my website?
My automation's, I don't know. I have not seen your website. What is your website?
It's needs work.
I think every great programmer's thing is that no website needs work. So, it's a given.
Why is it loading so slow?
Cause shit got real. Oh yeah, I saw that. It's a WordPress plugin.
Straight just
WordPress
WordPress, no plugin. Well, there's plugins, but
Yeah,
for example, my forums don't work.
Yeah, forms plugins.
This is all basic as shit. Needs to be totally fixed.
Yeah. See, I code everything for myself from scratch, but
I need to make an
suck
account
at
system for one that I would like to link throughout all my games.
I made dozens of those. You want one?
Let me put it this way. I want to set something up very similar to how Microsoft has their avatars system and their.
Like I said, if you want one, I can sit down with you. I can make one. I can literally give it to you, and here's the UA4 plugin that does all the shit for you. Like that. That's all stupid simple, dude. Like.
Okay.
It depends on how much of a dick you want to be for the people who want to automate your game. That's basically how it goes. Like if you're like me, you can be a real dick and make everything go via binary going through sockets. So they're sitting up there loading up Fiddler and their bullshit. And they can't. Why isn't it making a web call to a website? What the hell? So I make everything go through TCP or website. You can make a HTTP transaction, which anybody with Fiddler can then just duplicate the transaction incoming and outgoing, and then just make their own system based off of it. Make everything go through TCP, so they have to break.
Long as no one breaks the currency, don't really care.
Okay, well, is the currency held like? It's the client. It's just a read value, and then the client, everything the client triggers on the server, and then the server applies everything back. Correct?
Probably. I mean, whatever.
Is it live multiplayer, whereas in players can interact with each other, or is it in
an account system that works
existing
throughout every game I have?
Okay, then now that would literally just be well.
Let me put it this way.
Again,
I don't want to have to use Steam anymore.
Let me ask this question. No, it's better if I ask this question. Are all your games going to have a main server where your game, your client interacts with it, or is each of the clients going to be a standalone thing where things activate? That's the most important thing, because you have two ways to set it up. You have way A, which is just HTTP protocol links and queries. That's it. Then that right there would be that's just good enough for like a game that wants to check if this DLC is unlocked or this is there, shit like that. Then you have where data needs to be secure and translated. For instance, 1,000 gold needs to be displayed on their screen properly. They don't actually have 1,000 gold just displayed on their screen. That would want to be done through TCP if there's multiplayer interaction, because what really ends up happening is the main server controls all the information being sent to the client. The client is just a mirror that takes that information and reflects it back to the player. Okay, it really depends on what the game situation is. You can all hook that up to a main core system really easily. It depends on the individual game that you're doing that determines what it is, because most games fall in that or that category, either RESTful API, which is for checking and validating if things are activated or not activated and so forth. And then there's ones that require, constant persistent connection, like MMOs and real-time strategy and so forth like that, which require a TCP-based connection with the information being reflected back to the user. Both are incredibly easy. Like, as an example, like, this is what I'm working on right now. Right? This gives you an example. Right? Here, let me paste this into your private. That gives you an example right there of what I'm working on right now. I only got 13 functions left to finish, and the realm system's done. And this is meant to handle VIP for multiple places and multiple characters, all run to the same base user system for for the community. That tongue twisters. I was actually hoping to implement this into the game that we're currently doing eventually. Most likely it'd be after the 3 days, because I feel that this game would be a real cool concept if players were interacting with each other. If we utilize your idea with wave-based combat and just defending your little area that with 3D models and so forth, if we utilize that, why couldn't players attack other players and do the same kind of concept? Right? Being effectively serious at the same time. You know?
Essentially, all I'm trying to do, I just want to keep track of games players have on their account, right? Things that they've purchased, whether or not it be from my website or from something like Steam, because every game should link to this system, whether or not it is a multiplayer game or not. And then obviously, if there is multiplayer, there's more things that go on there.
Okay, then I would do a base API system first, and like when you're not on stream, we can talk about that. It would take me about 4 hours to create and set up with an Unreal Engine plugin. You can utilize it, and you can run it yourself.
Nice.
And I won't hold any strings attached.
I would totally pay you for that.
That's all it is. If you're down, I'm down. I got no problem.
I would definitely pay you for that,
extra
dude.
cash.
I don't not pay people. Like, let me put it this way: I will never offer someone rev share because I would rather just hand them cash.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna take rev share. I was just gonna do it as
It was
like
totally
a favor.
just like a random.
I was just gonna offer it as a favor. That's all.
I mean,
like,
I got
this
you
way-
if you want to do it that way. If you need something from me,
I
let
mean,
me know.
I don't mind. Like I said, let's after the stream, let's take it. Like I have a serious conversation. Have a sit down. I do a write up, and then I can live stream to you when I'm coding and just knock it out in front of you, and then we can discuss what you want it for, what you're needing it for, and then we can just work it out from there. Being honest.
Sick. Oh fuck.
Did you just do something
Fuck.
really odd? No. What did you do?
It went on live again.
Jesus Christ, man.
I'm so sick of this.
How many viewers you got for Realistic Nation?
Right now, it doesn't matter. This is like saved.
No, how many viewers you have? If you have 1 viewer, stop fucking live streaming. Let's just
It needs to happen.
live stream when you have all this stuff set up. And like
not how
Yeah,
Ludum Dare
because I've been
works.
watching. It's pretty interesting.
It's not how Ludum Dare works.
Yeah, it is. After you have your fucking shit set up, you start live streaming. I'm gonna be
No.
live streaming here shortly.
No, you're
Like,
not.
Oh fuck
You're
yeah!
gonna, you're gonna play Counter Strike.
I can't. I can't play Counter Strike with me, so I'm not gonna play.
I know. It's because you want to win.
Well, no, without you, I win.
Yeah,
You
right.
lose.
You lie.
Bro, I just played 3 games without you today.
You're bad. Pay the internet bill.
They all went. Fuck
There we
you.
go. Alright.
If I had fucking $75 right now, I'd pay the internet bill. I just don't got it. I gotta pay my 150 for mine. Just give me like another day. I'll fucking pay your bill.
Sacrifices must be made. See, there you go. It's right there on the screen for you. Sacrifice must be made. Go sling your ass.
Fuck you, bro. Fuck you, bro. So I have separate internet from the house internet because
Yeah.
I'm always doing live streaming shit, right? So the house internet has DSL.
It's ass.
It's destroyed. Like you barely
Ass
gave it.
internet.
It's horrible. And
Yeah.
I let the bill cycle over and it got shut off yesterday. And I'm like, oh, I didn't pay that shit.
Yeah, but get this. I can still go on YouTube and I can still play Call of Duty 4.
You can still play Call of Duty, go on YouTube, use Steam, use Discord, and go to porn sites. And still use that portion of the internet. Nothing else works, but every one of those sites work. With
There's
the
other
internet shut
sites
off.
too. It's weird as shit. Even all my college stuff.
All this college stuff still works too. But his internet's off.
The internet's off. I can't use my PS4 or my Xbox
Yeah.
or the Switch or any other game besides for some fucking weird reason Call of Duty 4.
Yeah,
Have
Call
you
of
tried
Duty first.
tunneling?
I think I was gonna make a VPN just on my server and then just have him just VPN to it, and then he should be able to access the rest of the internet. I'm just debating it if that's a good idea.
No supported authentication methods available.
Okay, did you load your key?
I did.
Okay, when you go to clone the repository, it asks you
No, it
if
doesn't.
there's an. Go ahead. Okay, first off, when you open
No.
go open a folder, right click, and it says Git clone, and it'll show you clone repo. It'll ask you a URL directory, and it'll say load putty key. Click load putty key and select the key, the PPK that you saved out.
I found it before you told me. Oh, still didn't work.
I'm watching.
Oh,
I'm watching.
did you
tech
add
support.
that key to GitHub?
Yep,
GitLab.
I did.
Okay, then load the putty key with it.
I did.
Use the git one at GitLab. Don't use the HTTPS one.
Right there on screen, my dude.
Oh.
Let me see. Okay, let's see. Git, yeah, and then PPK. Okay. Click OK. Let's see what the error is. Let's click OK. Let's see what the error is. Disconnected supported authentication method.
Hold up.
Available. Okay, so are you sure it's on your actual account? Well, access rights to the repo. Oh wait, go back.
Dude, our roommate's
Go back.
fucking seeing.
Go back and do that again, and then click branch and type your branch name in.
He's testifying. He's in there legit playing church music and testifying.
Oh, it's
I hear
Git
it.
clone. No, this is Git clone. Okay, yeah, this is Git clone. Wait. Just wait for a second.
I hear him through my headphones, screaming his ass off.
Wait the hell. Go to GitLab and make sure your key's actually added. I'm gonna go to GitLab.
It's
Make sure
definitely
that
there.
I gave you repo rights members. Yeah, right there. 56 minutes ago.
I'm gonna have to put some music on. That's annoying as shit.
Yeah, Starkium maintainer, developer. Yes, yeah, you're definitely that. And the project was pushed 56 minutes ago. This is so odd. I've never had that error before.
I always have errors with source control. I don't know why.
I've never had an error with
Every
source
single
control ever.
source control I have ever
So
used.
what does it say? Okay, close. Go open. Let me see page name. Like go open page name. Let me see if the key's actually there.
Pageant.
No, don't open it. It's in your bottom right hand corner. Go down and click the little arrow, make it pop up, and double click on it.
Paget?
Page name. Yeah.
Pageant.
It's already. Okay, double click on it. Okay, the key is there. Is that the right key? Or is that your old key? Is that the new key or the old key?
It's the current key. It's the only one with the PPK.
Okay, and then that same key right there is on
Same
GitLab.
one.
Git clone. Okay. The fuck? Access rights? Were you trying to make that? That's so odd.
I'd love to destroy all humans also.
Yep. I'm gonna delete my other ones.
Okay, take off the load putty key. Take off load putty key. Try that again and just de-click the load putty key. Just try it one more time.
I'm gonna re-add the putty key. Hold on.
No, the putty key should be fine.
Well, it had my old one known still.
Okay.
Load into pageant. No!
Jesus Christ.
Triple monitors don't work the way you think they should.
You are so beautiful to me. Yeah, I don't know. I literally just did all the steps that I normally do and nothing, not. So I'm at a loss. Something is obviously
Working.
odd and wrong.
It's working.
Bad install.
It's working.
Okay, deload the putty key.
It's
Oh, it's
working.
working?
I don't know. I guess it was trying to use the other key as well.
That's right, figured. Okay, there we go. Thumbs up. Fingers up in the air. Like, just don't care. We got the fingers.
4%. Oh, gross.
Takes a second. It's the Unreal Engine project. Okay, so that takes care of that. Close that down.
Wonder
Okay,
if I can
so-
use Cheat Engine to speed this up.
Oh, gosh. What are you doing?
I'm gonna speed hack the. Oh, well.
You can't really speed.
Oh, you
hack
sure
it.
can, because I used to do it with BitTorrent.
Oh, God.
Still do it with BitTorrent. You know how that works?
Nope.
So essentially, what you do is you trick the server into thinking that you don't have enough bandwidth, so it just throws more at you.
That's cool.
It is, and it works really well. So, for example, when I do it on like any torrenting application, if I'm downloading something at like 2 megabytes per second, and then I just throw on a speed hack for I make the program run slower by technicality, so it will actually freeze the program. But if you unfreeze the program just for a second to see, your speed is actually like well above like a 16 megabytes per second, and it downloads my stuff like instant. It's great. Cheat Engine, good stuff.
That's cool. Blueprints, widgets, maps.
Oh damn! It's gonna get bad.
Assets.
So, whose music are you complaining about?
My roommate.
My roommate.
Oh, because I got music in this one.
He was screaming gospel. Like screaming. I could hear him through my headset, and my door's closed. It's like he was hitting them notes, man. He testifies.
Oh my god, why is this so fucking slow? Oh, good song. I need to get a boom for this mic so I can actually tap on the table without it bothering people. Well, what do I do while I'm doing that? I maybe will open the Spider-Man game and try to package that.
They had a falling out. Do not think my brother's life is about to get a lot harder.
Oh, hey, like brother and your father.
No, something. I'll tell you later. I don't want to talk about it here. It's retarded.
Should I attempt to update my GeForce drivers while I'm doing this?
No, you're a crazy bastard.
Delete Windows 32.
Oh yeah, that sounds right. Yep.
Start screen, main menu. Damn it. Trail. Base.
Why is this so fucking slow? Why is it kilobytes per second? What is going on? Alright, for the time being, let's exit YouTube, see what happens.
Nice.
Wow, it got slower. What?
shoulders.
You never go full retard.
He went full retard.
He went full
He never
retard.
go full retard.
Tropic Thunder, good shit, man.
Yeah, man. Fuck your own face.
I don't know what that shit, but they may were smoking something bad.
Man, they were smoking something good, man. That shit was funny.
Robert Downey Jr. in blackface is somehow like not.
Acceptable.
It's like somehow not offensive. You know? Like, I don't know.
Because it's so
Only we
acceptable.
think it's not
So
offensive.
stupid.
Everyone else knows it is.
Black people didn't think it was offensive either.
No,
Everybody
dude.
loved that shit.
I got a very black friend who thinks that's one of the funniest movies ever.
It is.
I had no idea it was Robert Downey Jr. till the end of the movie. I was like, whoa, did I miss something? I didn't even like notice at the beginning of the movie they were talking about him getting a body spray. I didn't even notice.
Until you
Like I
see
totally
the,
blocked it
see
out.
the other version of him.
Totally fucking blocked it out. One dude disguised as another dude playing another dude. What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Oh god, I want to see Robert Downey Jr. do more
personally here.
stuff besides Iron Man because I think he's tired of Iron Man.
Who is?
Robert Downey Jr.
That's why he's leaving.
That's why
Well, he's leaving because like Disney fucks everything up. So
When isn't that a like, you know, like fact?
you know, I think Robert Downey Jr. would have been a better Batman than any of the Batmans we have.
Batman?
Yeah,
He would have been a badass Batman. You're right.
he would have been a better Batman.
He would have been a better Batman. I don't care though. You wanna why? He was the badass regardless of the fact. Let's go.
Who?
Robert Downey Jr.
Nah, man, he did too much age to be Batman.
Too much what?
That's why he got. That's what messed up his career. He used to do a bunch of drugs.
That's
yeah,
not what
he
messed
was
up
a
his
fucking-
career. That's what started
Oh,
his
that was a
career.
fact. No. Yeah,
You
Hollywood.
want Batman out there doing H, trying to
Bro.
save people?
You talking about Iron Man
no,
doing
for
it?
real.
I have to shoot up. Pulls a syringe out his utility belt.
Robert Downey Jr. back in the day had such a bad drug head that Hollywood itself barred him from ever acting again.
That's because he had crackhead hood
And
status.
he was so filled and had so much drugs in the system. He destroyed sets. He almost killed a director once. There's a bunch of shit that include where they actually
He was a gangster.
we're talking about all of the Hollywood industry said you can no longer act anymore, and it was 20 years, and they gave him a shot. He actually begged his friend that if he can get a role, and that person, along with Rona Rishikoff, the chick that plays Black Widow, and two other people, were actually talked to the director on behalf of Robert Downey Jr. and begged him and the guild, the Actors Guild, to allow Robert Downey Jr. in this movie for the Iron Man role. And everyone was like, no. But the director was like, I like him. He's good. Let's do that. And he got in, and it was a one-time deal. Everyone thought he was going to fail.
For what?
Because he was such a drug addict.
But that was his character.
Yeah.
That's his real life person.
His
The
character
first
was
movie,
It's
he
character.
didn't even have to act. That
He
was
was
him.
partially,
That was
he was
him to a
partially
T.
drunk too.
He's
If
always
you're
been
doing all that, if you're doing all that coke, you're drinking.
Yeah,
Come on, you grew up in '90s Hollywood, you're drinking. He drank. You gotta work with Tarantino, you drink.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that. But at the same time, it's still fucked up. But because of that, like they stopped everything with the man. You know,
Because of what?
of all the drugs and all the fucking shit that he was pulling.
I mean, like, how can you not do drugs in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Any Quentin Tarantino movie, you look at that and go, what the fuck?
Yeah, they didn't act in those scenes. They just kind of set the camera down. And John Travolta just started shooting up H.
Dude, John Travolta did a lot of shit. But you know what? He never got
The
violent on
better
set.
ass.
He never got violent on set.
That's a lie. He gave guys massages.
John Travolta's a whole different kind of fucked up.
He's crazy. There's so much weird shit that goes on with him. He's crazy.
Yeah, did you know he
We
does
all know he's a
steroids now?
Scientologist. It makes sense.
No, man, have you seen him like in recent years? He's a psycho.
I've seen him in movies recently. He doesn't act. He just talks.
Yeah, he's like dead inside. He was like a fucking vampire in People vs. Simpson.
Well,
I
O.J.
gotta go,
Simpson.
I'm
After
gonna go
Team
make a
America
Ludum
World
Dare.
Police, there's not much more you could do to come back.
Hey, are we gonna do some startup movies for like Ludum Dare 43 and Mini Jam and shit? Like I'll grab that and throw it in After Effects and
I mean, if you want.
you know add some lighting.
This is gonna be the first like fully fledged project I've done with a team for a game jam. Well, for this game jam,
Oh, okay.
because I've done all the other ones by
Well, we're
myself.
doing 3 game jams at once, technically. If this goes really well for the first,
And suddenly
these
it went
first
from
3
30
days,
to 100%. Yay! Nope, 22%. Okay. Alright, whatever.
Come on, load. Yes, I can load it. Okay.
What?
Nothing. None of your fucking business.
Eat a cock.
Eat a dick.
You're already chewing on it.
You're chewing on a fat dick. Throbbing.
Oh my god, you're so
I'm gonna
bad.
have to
No.
change my channel to adult content.
I'm sorry. Don't hurt
Hey,
me.
what version are you on? 21?
21 point, whatever the fuck it's called.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called.
Alright, well now that I finally have this, let's generate project files.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and set this
And
up.
I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna start fucking dumping content in that folder.
Okay.
Actually, this isn't even a branch yet, is it?
No, you have to make a branch.
I've
You
made
have
a
to
branch online.
That when you push it, okay. So when you push it, you'll type your branch that you're pushing it to. You'll select your branch that you're pushing it to. You made your branch on the website, but you're gonna have to select your branch when you're pushing it. Just ask me when you're pushing it. I'll tell you exactly how to do it. I'm actually pushing a push right now with the game mode, the game instance, and a few things changed. Structure set up and a few other things. Maps created. Just give me a minute. Save selected. Commit to master. Basic stuff. We'll do new branch.
Are you using the Datasmith stuff?
BioBlaze. Oh, I didn't actually. I disabled all that crap.
It's included.
I disabled all of it. I literally just disabled all of it a second ago, and I'm pushing my branch right now. Yeah, I'm pushing mine right now. And then after this is push, I'll merge this with the main branch. Okay. Yeah, create a merge request. Basic stuff. Select merge, submit merge request. Merge. Okay. We're merged. It's all good. Okay, I did a merge already. So we're merged. I merged over to the main branch. That should have the updated the settings, new settings, system settings. I started the functionality of the levels as well as the game mode, the game instance that'll be new for this. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start the rest of it now. And actually start the gameplay here in a second.
Could not compile.
Not compile. Why is that?
I think it's looking for the
What?
the ArchViz stuff. How do I disable that from outside of the engine?
Pull the new version down. Pull. No. Disabled all. Just right click on the folder of the project and then click pull. It'll ask you, yeah. Select. Yeah, pull from the master branch. Yeah, pull. What does it say? Ignore all changes. There's stash changes. Click stash changes right there. See what it says right there? No, right there. You're up to the close button. Stash changes. Click that and then click pull. Then click pull.
Okay.
And then what does that say? I'm gonna click the merge. Select the merge. I believe it is. Select the merge and then please just double click on the merge. It should work. Can't really read your screen because mine sucks. Yeah, it should show the actions. Yeah, okay, just click close. Because you just pulled all that. And then you should have the new files now. It should go open up the project again. It should open up properly. Then when you push your changes, you want to push them to your own branch, and when you're in your branch, then you can merge them over to the main. And that's basically how we'll do this. And we'll do each other's branches the same way, because a lot of my branches will be handling off your assets, I believe. You get the same thing I have. Credit build, right?
Yeah, dude, you need it.
Yeah, I fucking love that thing.
Although I
Your
think it's
license is
out.
invalid.
I think the license is
Yeah, it expired. All licenses expired for the older versions. While you just got contacted by email, and they just sent it to you.
It's gonna be like the third time.
I made like 7 emails and got like 7 different licenses because I just get sick and tired of waiting.
It's kind of a stupid system. Like, if it's a free version, I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely positively.
Could not be compiled. Try compiling from source. Why did it error out? Don't know. Let's find out.
Just open it up in Visual Studio and compile it up. That's all I can do. Yeah, the other day I downloaded 4.21 like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and I was having massive issues. I actually had to update all of Visual Studio and spent like 10 hours updating Visual Studio. Nothing would run. It was horrible. That's alright. What is that tomato thing?
Oh, this? Visual Assist, which has Unreal Engine 4 tools.
That's interesting to read up.
Essentially gives you hotkeys for like switching between the CPP and the header file, for example. And then it also has like some auto completion for Unreal Engine stuff.
Oh, okay.
Very useful, but I don't pay for it, so I just disable it right now.
That's when you want to crack shit.
No, I'm not gonna crack it. I'll buy it. I just have no need for it at the moment because I haven't been programming very much in there. Failed.
Yeah. What was it failed before?
It's not recognizing build.bat. Oh, fuck, hold on. Let me check the engine version here.
When's the last time you updated Visual Studio?
Good question.
Yeah, you had the same problem I do. Because it works in 4.20 where you're working on it, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the
It
same
works in
problem I do. You gotta go-
4.21 as well in my custom build.
Recently, I literally had to update everything in Visual Studio for it to work properly.
Oh, where the fuck do I
That was
update? Can I update from in here, or do I have to go open the tool?
No, you actually close that. You have to actually open the Visual Studio installer.
Ah, I hate that thing.
Doesn't matter.
Please update Visual Studio installer first.
Told you. Yeah, you had the same problem I did, dude. I don't know. Your custom 1.21 build, was that off when it was in dev mode,
No, works fine.
or was that right when it came
That's what
out?
the Spider-Man game is built in.
Oh yeah. I get my little key, my little hand things on the third.
Yo, let me know. Let me know. There's only like 8 lines of code I need to add.
Yeah, I'll show you too. I'll put them on. I'll most likely be working on my little VR. I'll give you some code that you can utilize inside your Spider-Man game for like.
There's plenty of other
phone
games
calls
that are
and
gonna need that. I'm gonna need to move End of Days over to 4.21 as soon as all my plugins are ready for it.
Oh yeah, update that.
I'm gonna just dump tons of assets into this branch here, so
Okay.
let me know.
What assets do you wanna
I'm gonna dump a lot.
like? What you're just gonna dump all?
I'm just gonna dump everything that's useful, I think, and then we can clean it up later.
Okay, you do that, and then you press that. I'll download it. I guess we're just gonna sit here and you gotta download installer. You have no choice. So you gotta update that. That's gonna take a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm.
Well, at least for
gonna
the
go ahead
minute, I
and
can start dumping things into the content folder.
Oh, can you do that still?
Yeah, the content folder's right here.
Oh, so wait, are you gonna make another UE4 instance and then export shit over? Is that what you're
I
gonna?
don't have no.
Oh, so you
I can just
add a
pick the
project.
folder. I can pick
Sorry,
which project.
just don't mind me. My brain doesn't always work properly. Okay. I have the advanced cell shaders as well, just like you do. I have like all the cell shader ones. Alright, let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so for now, I really wish one of the artists was online. I really want to know what to make the UI look. Audio. Phase 1 to 1 from the Oregon Trail. Is that? Yeah.
Actually, while I'm here, I just realized something. Got another one right here.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just talking to myself. I got. Yeah. Here we go.
I'm your only viewer, bruh. I got your back.
So I actually have a separate folder that I load all my vault cache into, so I don't actually have to open a project or do anything through the thing there. Do you need a menu system? I have those.
Interesting. So you put all those inside of a specific folder, then I assume.
So all right. So
Or
how
you
this
just drop-
works? So your vault cache, right? See how I have 58 gigabytes worth of vault cache right here? Normally that goes to a specific location, but I actually offset my vault cache to go to a specific hard drive location so I can just have it. So that's what this folder is here, so I can just always go and cherry pick what I want, and I can have revisions. For example, this is from 4.17, I think. No, this is updated today, so this is recent actually. Fake. Oh shit, what? Play with that.
Let's see. Unreal Engine 4. No, there's no.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. I gotta go talk to a family member.
Go do your thing, man. I'm just gonna be here.
Damn, like that was heavy. Hope he's okay. Oh my god. Frog people, that was good. I like how you posted.
improving my search tags.
Lol.
Forgot that Ludum
Yeah,
Dare
I
has
guess our lives-
guidelines for how to do that over here.
Oh.
So I went over here and I just added some stuff.
I do that as well. I just haven't had to.
Someone's got 56 views on that. My boy Timmy, he's got 38 views. I don't know where I am at in here, probably.
Well, how far? Where's Windows Updater at?
Huh?
Where's?
Oh, I'm on the list.
Visual
I got 0 views. I'm on the list though.
Where's Visual Studio Installer? What percentage is that at?
Very close.
That's done.
Finishing up.
Just load it. Then once you start doing some level design, if you want to start designing an actual big level, like just think of it like a map, like the old StarCraft. You know what I mean? Mountains around the outer edges. We're looking down at this big, you know, like this. We can actually do some kind of like simple RTS-like mechanics that way, in my assumption. You see what I'm saying? I think that might be a good idea.
Reboot.
Yep,
Reboot
you're
required.
I'm not gonna have a choice. Sorry. Forgot about that. Bye bye.
BRB.
Okay.
I apologize. I must hit this button.